Hi, Island Girl Mink, Vintage Llama, Beth Whimsies. Welcoming, guys. Thank you all for being here. This is the Atelier Artisan rig train, and we will be doing a demo today for the earrings that you see right now pinned. That is the tutorial for the demo today, and it's a rig train. The train should be coming in about a minute. And well, that is, I appreciate you all being here. And I'm Easy. I don't know who's here for the first time and who's not. I'm Easy, and I am a jewelry maker who I do jewelry, make jewelry in chainmail and gemstones. So I don't know, I'm having anxiety. I had a tough morning. So I'm having a little bit of, so the train is pulling in, and it'd be amazing, hopefully. And there they are. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. For those who have been on the train since the beginning, since 8:45 for me, 9:45 for a lot of you guys. Thank you so much for staying on. Hello, Harmony. Hi, Natural Oil Mom. Thank you so much for the raid. I truly appreciate you. That was such a great show you just had. I'll be checking you out later. This was my first time, meeting you. So, hi, Former Studios. Hi, Debbie. Hi, everybody. All my friends are in here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Asamoon, yeah, Ram Vet. I'm so sorry. Icebreak, everybody's here. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in. Debbie, thank you so much for putting this train together. Every month, you're like you're like one of the, I don't know how to say, you the one of the best train conductors, because you're constantly on it. You're like following up constantly, sending messages. Thank you so much. It's just amazing to see how much effort you put into setting up the train and making sure that everybody's situated and everybody knows what they need to do. I mean, you're just amazing, and I appreciate the work that you put into organizing these trains. I know that I could never, like, with how disorganized I am. Oh my god, I could never host a train, never. Even to even help host one, I would be like the worst host out there. But we appreciate you. I have a train givey. I'm gonna run that to you guys. The train givey is running. I'm getting the giveaway. If you're new to me, I'm Easy of Easy Dora Jewelry. I do chainmail jewelry while incorporating gemstones, natural gemstones, and pearls. You pretend, no, that's not pretense. I don't believe you. You're like super organized. I mean, I wake up in the morning and then there's a follow up message from me. I'm like, oh my God, how does she do this? I don't think that's pretense. I think you probably have OCD. I feel like, because you're like constantly on it. You're on everybody, making sure that we are, we're doing what we need to do. So thank you guys for the follow. Today I'll be doing a demo, a chainmail demo. I have that pinned what the demo will look like. Truthfully, this will probably be my first time attempting this. This is not an original design. I saw this design on Pinterest. I can't remember who the creator is. I just fell in love with it. It's so beautiful. So this is not probably, this is my first time attempting it. I hope I don't make a mess, given it's a demo. um I'm not in my studio, otherwise I could have shown, the process of how I make the jump rings. I did that last night because I had to prepare. I cut the rings beforehand, some of the rings last night. And we're gonna get right into it. Get into giveaway. There's 14 of us in here and only 4 people. It's $3, so, and that would be for my stickers. I have like my handmade stickers. I don't know, not handmade stickers that I made. I have that in the bin for blooping the chat. And I don't know, the way I have my stuff set up, it's like, okay, how do I do this now so you guys get to see? Okay, so I have this in the bin for blooping the chat. It says kindness is free, share that everywhere. I also have put your positive pants on. These are all vinyl stickers and they're waterproof. I have these for $1 in the bin. Hey, you're so great. If you want to, send some encouragement. Ray with the raid. Oh my gosh, just in time. Getting the giveaway, everybody. And then this is my interpretation of beautiful. This is one of my, everybody seems to love this one. And it's just be you to the full. It's just like a message to say be your authentic self all the time and to the fullest. And that's beautiful. And then this is another sticker that people go crazy for. It says relax, we are all crazy. It's not a competition. We don't need to compete to be crazy. We don't need to compete for the winner of craziness. Everybody's crazy, so let's all just relax and have fun together. And then I also have my digital print work. I was just testing stuff out. It said love rocks, and I just doodled around and printed this on cotton paper. Oh my god, the bloop was already started. Yes. Thank you so much, Ray. Hey, Ken. Ken is in here too. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much. All right, we're already 5 minutes in, and Ray is going nuts. And she's like the queen of crazy and the queen of bloop. Thank you so much, Ray. Congrats, Formo Studios and Debbie, for the bloops, bloop wins. We're gonna get into it. So for the earrings, I'll be using. Ray, I don't know. What do I do with you? Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god, you guys are flustering me right now. I'm so flustered. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much. I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna be using 16 gauge. I wish I had, recreated it that way I could show exactly where what is, but I'll be using 16 gauge jump rings in 11 millimeter diameter, and those will be like the large rings. Those will be like the large rings. Thank you so much, Island Girl. Oh my god, you just made my morning. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. No blows for me. I'm not loved. Oh, Rick, Ken. Ken, come on now. It's so funny. We'll be using 16 gauge 11 millimeter inner diameter jump rings. Oh, I need to figure out this thing. All right, I'm gonna do something else. 1 second. This is not working. I thought this setup was gonna work, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not showing in the camera right. All right. Okay. Let's see. It's pulling. Who's the winner? Of yes, well deserved, Debbie. Well deserved. That's coming to you. Oh my gosh, I need to hurry it up. I never finished a project. Ugh. Which is why I chose an earring, hoping I can finish it. So which one would you like, Debbie? Which one would you like? You want the positive pants, you want the beautiful, you want hey, you're so great, you want kindness is free, you want crazy, we're all crazy. Which one would you like? This is not included, sorry. The crazy one, of course. This is everyone's favorite. I don't know if it's the colors. Probably it's all the colors on the card, but that's everybody's favorite. All right, this is coming to you, Debbie. And for everyone blooping the chat, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. So back to making jewelry. We'll be using 16 gauge 11 millimeter inner diameter jump rings. This is just the earrings are a variation of the Japanese. It's called the Japanese weave. I think this is the Japanese 12 in 2. Once I start, I'll figure it out. Maybe it's just 6 in 2. I don't know. And then we'll also be using 16 gauge 5 millimeter inner diameter jump rings. Inner diameter being the diameter of the ring in the center from the inside, and the outer diameter will be the diameter of the ring from the outside. So typically we use the inner diameter because that is where all the rings tend to touch each other. Have a good day, Ray. I'm not lost. Yes, Ken, put your positive pants on. Exactly, Ray. Put your positive pants on, Ken. And we'll also be using some smaller rings in 20 gauge and 18 gauge. So we have some 18 gauge jump rings in 3.5 millimeter inner diameter. I have to move these to the corner. And I'll put those out. Hopefully I don't mix those up. So when I don't make my rings, I buy my rings from this company called We've Got Mail. But recently I've been making my own rings. So this is like old stock that I got from this company, where I buy my jump rings. I used to buy my jump rings from. And we'll be using, excuse me, 20 gauge also inner diameter, 20 gauge wire in 3 millimeter inner diameter jump rings. So we're gonna first of all start with doing a kind of like a 2 by 2 chain with the two smallest strings, and that will be the 18 gauge rings and the 20 gauge rings. If you guys need me to slow down, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. How's everybody's morning going? How are you guys doing this morning? How is everything? You guys having fun on the train? Um Libby, that orchid, I love the orchid flower, and putting that resin on that orchid, I was like, ah, that was beautiful though. I mean, that's such a great idea, for creating different kinds of things. And that's the thing with resin, it's so versatile. You can do so many great things with it. I was watching Libby, and I was Libby being MBH Creations, and I was having like so many ideas on things that I could do with resin, but that will be something for another day. Great, we have had some great shows already. Yes, Libby's show was great. Natural Oil Mom with the natural oils, and I was gonna, send a message later, to discuss some things with oils for my daughters. Their hair. I mean, my daughter has very big hair, of a head of hair. She has like full hair. It's just how to keep it, constantly moisturized. That's the issue that I have. Their hair is so dry. I don't know. I'm trying not to use a lot of products, so I'm probably not using any products. That's why. But okay, we're gonna close out a bunch of these smaller rings in the 20 gauge 3 millimeter 3 millimeter inner diameter jump rings, and I don't know how many we need. Um, so guys, I'm winging this right now, okay? So bear with me. I believe we probably will need about 120 of these rings and about 50 of the other ones, and then four of the bigger rings. But you guys bear with me while I'm just gonna close out a bunch of these. I have a feeling I might not finish this project. I'm like getting anxiety now. So I'm gonna close out a bunch of these smaller rings. And once again, the store is loaded. So check out the store. If there's something you want me to show when I'm done, at least when I'm done with the first part of the earring, I can quickly pull that out to show. For anyone that wants to see something up close. Hopefully I have it in front of me. I had to move some things to the main floor because I'm home with the daughter and she's napping. I don't want a situation where she wakes up and I'm downstairs. So I may not have a lot of the items in the bin in front of me. So I'm just gonna try to quickly close out a bunch of these rings. I tend to use my finger a lot while doing these because I find that I'm much faster. Oh, you guys, what's going on? Thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just seeing things happening on the screen. I'm not sure what they are, but I appreciate you all. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the purchase. I think natural oil, mom, you bought something. Thank you so much. And just bear with me while I close out a bunch of these. I think I'm going to close out about 60 rings. Oh, I should have done this beforehand. I thought I would have some time this morning, but life happens. So here we are. I should have done this. I didn't think this fully through. I kind of forgot how complicated and how taxing chainmail can be, especially if you're working with a lot of rings. I try to keep my designs very simple as possible. But sometimes when I find like a complicated design that I want to, mess around with, I cannot help myself. I just go for it. And this will be one of those. So the Japanese weave is one of those weaves that tend to have a lot of jump rings and mostly smaller jump rings. So it can be, for beginners, it can be a little daunting. You left to get your daughter last night and I fell asleep. I don't know if you had ended the show. Are you kidding? You fell asleep while I was still on. I think I probably left at the same time as when we said goodbye. Um and she was sleeping. She was fine. When I got up here, they were both passed out. So all right, my rings are mixing up a little bit. Let me see if I can pull this chat out a little bit more so you guys can see. Just counted for of those based on the demo tutorial that I had. Oh my gosh, 47. So I know for one part of the earring, it's 60 of the small rings. So 60 of the small rings, and then 25 of these, and then two each of the big ones. So yeah, I don't know how many I've done so far, but maybe we should just start weaving. So basically we're gonna do what we call a 2x2 weave. So that would be like the first step, and that would be, oh Ray, thank you. And that would be pretty much taking the medium ring. Um, so there's big, bigger, small, smaller. So I'll say the small ring, and this will be the smaller ring, and this will be a big ring and then a bigger ring. I don't know. I'm just yapping. Anyways, we'll take one of the 18 gauge rings and scoop up two small rings, two of the 20 gauge rings, and then we'll close that. And we'll just continue in this fashion. Actually, let's do four, because that will, no, this is fine. Let's do that. This is fine. And then we'll take another of those 18 gauge rings, open it up, scoop the two rings that we already have on the one ring like that, and then close. So right now what we call a 2x2 weave. Then next we'll take another of the 18 gauge ring, scoop two of those small rings just to make for a faster weave. Use the same ring and attach it to the other two small rings that we already have on, and then we close. And then we open up another 18 gauge. So the thing with chainmail is you get a lot of repetition when you're working. It's a lot of repetitive actions that you take. So next is to pass that 18 gauge ring through the two sets of small rings. You need to try to hold it as much as you can and pass that in. like that. Are you guys able to see me? I'm not sure. This is beautiful pear. Yes, I when I saw it, I could not resist. I was like, okay, I had to do this for the demo, even though it's like it seems like it's gonna be a lot of work. But I just had to go for it. So this is my first time, you guys. You're all doing it with me or watching me attempt it for the first time. So I hope I don't mess it up. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I know what I'm doing. I just saw the photo and said, "Ooh, I think I can do that. Let me attempt to do it." So I counted the rings like Harmony did, and I'm hoping that I have the right amount of rings. And then same thing, you just pass that through the already attached and then the newly attached smaller rings, and then you close. So we're gonna make a quick chain of these rings. I think we'll probably we can see fine. That's awesome. So I'm gonna make a quick chain of about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So we're gonna make a set of 11. So far we've only done 3. So we still have a long way to go. So I think the best way to do it is when you take this, you scoop those two first, and then you add 2 small rings to it, and then close. So that might be the easiest way to do it. And then you hold it up in this manner. You pick another one, open that one. It's always advised actually to open and close, rings prior to starting. That way it makes for a faster weave. Um, Autumn and I, we call it like creating like an assembly line. It's like being in a factory and you just have an assembly line where you pre-make things, and then try to put them together. So we've had 4, and then we're just going to keep going till we have a complete 11 sets of the 18 gauge rings. So I'm going to pick those 2 up and then scoop 2 rings, close it, and then pick another one up. Thank you all for hanging out. Do tag your friends. Um, Send some hearts in the chat so that we get more people and get more visibility for the train. I appreciate everyone, just hanging out and being here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6 more. I'm trying to be as fast as I can. And then scoop that up. I need to start, trying to make more jewelry in silver. I don't know. I just always default to gold. I don't know why. I know why. I just love gold. That's why. But I figure a lot of people seem to like silver or even copper. So um, I probably might need to diversify when I make my jewelry. I mean, whatever I make, I can always make in any material. You just need to let me know what your preference is. So if there's anything you see in gold, but you prefer silver, I'm happy to take custom orders. I love custom orders. And if you want it in copper, I can also work with you to have it done in copper as well. All right, I think we're getting going along fine. I feel. Just put those on. This is such a unique way to use the rings and make something so beautiful and elegant. Yes, chainmail is like and it's also an ancient jewelry making process. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. They've been making chainmail since forever. Back in the Game of Thrones days, all those armor that they wear as protective coverings are all made with jump rings. I was in a show yesterday and someone was mentioning or trying to commission to for me to make an armor, and I laughed. I was like, ha ha ha. In my head I was like, man, I only make jewelry. Armor? Oh my god. That would be a whole year project for me. And I said, sure, why not? Hit me up. Send me a message. Let's have a conversation. Oh, all right, let's see. How far have we gone? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have three more. And this will be 9. This will be 9. Thank you so much, Ray. I think I have Debbie. Debbie, do I have you moded as well? I think I do. I think I preset that up when I set up the show. Yes, okay, awesome. And then I added on there 2 by 2. All right. So that would be 9 and then 10 and then we're done. 10 and one more and we're done. So I'm gonna scoop 2 more. Oh. And for the last part, we're just gonna add the 18 gauge to the end. We're not stringing on any more jump rings. I just need to make sure that I have the right number. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're just gonna add 18 gauge jump rings, the small rings to the end and close that out. And then we're done. And then we'll try to close out on a couple more of the smaller rings. Actually, we're not closing those out. I take that back. We need those open actually. So we're done with the 18 gauge. This is as much as we need for um the first pair of the earring. I don't know. Is that the way to say it? So now what we need is more open jump rings of the small rings, because now we're going to attach the bigger rings to the design. So we're going to close the two 16 gauge rings, the big rings, 2 of those. So what we're going to do is try to attach it in a way with the smaller rings that it forms sort of like an S. And this is probably where the challenging part comes in. So this is the part where I need you guys to be patient with me, because I haven't done this before. All right, so we're going to take 2 of these small ones, open those up, scoop the 16 gauge, and then take one end, it fell off. And then take one end of, the top part of your chain and attach the rings to it. And then close. So this is making for a very tight weave. I have no idea how this will turn out, but you guys. So this is making for a super tight weave. I hope I have the sizes correctly. I have a nosy somebody here. My husband is here picking up what I'm, my conversation with you guys. All right. Maybe I just need the one ring. I don't know. Because this is too tight. So I'm going to take out one of these big rings. I feel like this is too tight. I hope this demo is not a failure today. My anxiety is setting in. Welcome in, everybody. And then on the second chain of the smaller ring, of the 18 gauge, we're going to attach another um, two of the 20 gauge rings. Actually, hold on, I need to make the other one too. I almost forgot. So we're working with two sets of rings. So I have one, I'm going to add the second one. Do you guys see this okay? I hope so. And then, yes, all right, awesome. So this is where it kind of gets tricky. Let me lay it out on the floor. Maybe lay it on the mat. That'll be easier. And I'll push this down just a little bit. So I have it all laid down. So what we're gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 18 gauge rings. We're going to find a way to attach them to this 16 gauge ring. So it forms like a circle around, like a half circle around it. So I'm going to pick up two more rings of the 20 gauge rings, open those up. So I did the first one. Now I'm going to do the second one, attach it to that 16 gauge and close it. And pick up another one, open, attach. Oh my gosh. And close. So the second part is done. I apologize if my light is not like super visible. And then we're gonna do the third one, the third 18 gauge. We'll take the small 20 gauge ring. Hi Chris, welcome in. And then we go in the third line, scoop that up, attach it to the 16 gauge and close. And then take a second ring to make it a set. Open the 20 gauge ring, attach to the 18 and the 16 and close. So far we have, I believe we have 3 attached. So we need to attach 2 more of the 18 gauge. How are you doing today? Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you popping in. Next we're going to take the 4th line, attach it to the 16 and close. And then a second ring, open it up, take the 18 attached to the 16 and close. And there we have it. And now we have one more. Oh, do you guys see it? It's beginning to take form. It's beginning to take form, I see it. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then for the last set of 18 gauge that we need to attach to this smaller 16 gauge, we do the same scope, attach and close. As I'm working with this, I'm getting ideas of different things that I could actually do. It's like my head is spinning right now with design ideas. I'm I'm kind of going crazy in my head on the different things that I could make with this. So we formed the S, the top part of the ring. Now let me see. I have a feeling I might be able to attach the second ring just by trying to loop it in, but I'm gonna try. I don't know if that's gonna work, but so what I'm doing is I'm gonna try to attach this jump ring right here into to make it a pair on this. So I'm just gonna try to go inside. I don't know if that's gonna work, but let's see. Because it's making for that will give it a much more sturdier feel. Oh, that's working. It seems to be working. So I'm just gonna pass that ring through the entire smaller rings and go around in a circle. So that's one way to do it. If you're having trouble, trying to get them on the first time, you can finish off with one and then attach the second one afterwards. So I got that in, and then I'm just gonna use my fingers to push that down. Oh, sorry, I went out of focus. To push that down and close. And there I have it inside. So I have both the 16 rings in. And that kind of makes it a little bit more sturdy. It's no longer as flimsy as it was um, initially. So now the other part would be we have 15 minutes. I knew I wasn't going to finish this project. Ah, it's to add this bigger ring to make the S and complete the um to complete it. How is it going so far? Are you guys enjoying it? Is it making sense or it's not? So, what do you guys think? So for this, what we're going to do, yes, enjoying it, awesome. We're going to so the two last sets of 18 gauge rings that are on the smaller 16 gauge rings, we're going to attach two 20 gauge rings, attach those two to this bigger ring, and then do the same thing for all the others to have it, sit in an S form like that. So the two last two um, um, 18 gauge sets on the small one, we're going to attach to the big one, to the biggest string that we have, the biggest 16 gauge ring. So we just scoop. So it's easier if you have it lying flat, you can scoop. And you can also do one-on-one first for easy weaving, and then attach the second rings afterwards if it makes it easier for you. There's no like set rule on how to weave, you know, to weave chainmail. You just do what is comfortable for you, as long as you're happy with the end result. And then I close that. So I have those two attached from the smallest ring. So now I'm just gonna add the pair of the second rings on each one, and then 16 open and close, 20. So that one is fully attached, and then take another one, open and close, attach it, put it on. That's fully attached. So those are attached, and now we attach the rest of the chain. We attach the rest of this chain onto this big ring. So like I said, we can either do one ring first just to get it to form, and then add the second ring, or we can just do two at a time, whichever you're comfortable with. I think I'll just do two at a time because sometimes you forget. And thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you, Formo Studios. Let me see, what's your name? I should remember your name. We met on Sunday, but I apologize. I'm very horrible with names. It's no excuse. Cynthia. It's no excuse, but yeah, that's how I am. I'm so sorry. it's, and then we're just gonna add, so we're just, stringing the chain onto the second ring, onto the big ring. And then when we're done, we'll try to attach the second big ring like we did in the first one. There we go. I don't know if I have, so we have about 20 more minutes, and then we have to raid zebra. So I'm just attaching those rings, and you need to be mindful you don't skip, because it's very easy to skip a ring, and that's the problem with chainmail. If you skip a part and you just keep going without checking, then you have to start all over. And then you get mad, you either abandon the project, like I have so many projects of mine. I've abandoned a lot of projects because I wasn't paying attention, and by the time I realized that I'm like so far gone in the design, I'm like, oh, all right, I'll come back to this another day. And then scoop that up, put that on. So the Japanese weave is a very simple weave, but complicated in the sense you work with a lot of jump rings. It uses and mostly small rings. So that's the only complication with the Japanese weave. It requires the use of so many small rings. But other than that, it's just a combination of 2x2 sets. And just attaching that on. Hopefully you guys are able to follow along. And the tutorial will be more explanatory. I'll put photos, to show the steps so it's easy to follow and understand. So I have the tutorial pinned if anyone is interested in that. And that will be a QR code that will be sent to you, or I can just message you to ask for your email address, and I can also send you a link. But what it will be is a QR code for you to scan, um, for you to scan to download the PDF from my Google Drive. All right, so we're done with this, and we finished adding all the small rings. Yay! So that's done. Oh Lord, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, this is like, oh, I'm in love. All right, before I start gushing, let me add the second ring. Let me see if I can string this second big ring through. So you open as much as you can. That's the easiest way to get it in. And then I'm just gonna try to pass that in through all those rings. And hope they all slide in. Oh, and we're able to do it. I was successful. And then I just press down and close. But be mindful not to, you can use your pliers. Be mindful so you don't open the other ring. So try to get that as close as possible. Oh man. Without opening the other ring. So I forgot to tumble these rings. I was supposed to tumble it to harden the rings after I cut them. So right now they are not like keeping their shape because it's soft. But normally I tumble, after I cut my rings, I tumble them so they're hardened and they're easy to move around and they keep their shape. And there we have it. So to make a complete set of earrings, you just need to like replicate this and add your ear hook. Super nice, yes. And then we take one of our 18 gauge rings, open that up, attach it to the top of the small one like that, and attach a ear hook and close. Ear wire, sorry, and close. And there we have our earring. Or I think I'm not liking the way that looks. So I'm gonna use two of the smaller rings. So pretty, I'm gonna need a pair. All right, absolutely, Autumn. When I finish it, I'll tag you and I'll tag you into the show and I'll run it if you want. Or we can talk later how what you want to do. If you want to make your own pair or if you want me to, sell you a pair that I make in whatever, material. I know you like copper a lot, so I could, and I have some copper rings. I could make you something in copper rings. So I'm using two because I want this to dangle as much as it can dangle. And I want it to have like that front facing feel. Oh my god, this is like gorgeous. I'm gonna make myself a pair too. I'm gonna make myself one. And you can have this in different variations, like in the photo, it's a mix of silver and gold color, or you could do all silver color, or you could do all gold color, like I'm working with right now. Or you could just mix and match copper, whatever you want. This is like absolutely gorgeous. This is a gorgeous pair of earrings. Very classy, simple. You could wear it day, night, party, hang out, whatever. Okay. Copper or silver? Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we'll talk. I'll message you. And there we have it. We have 14 more minutes. I don't know if I have time to do the other part, but there it is. Um, Maybe I can show another kind of earring that we can make because I'm just feeling so earringy. What do you guys think? 15 minutes to rate Zebra Industries. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, you could do this in multi-metals if you like. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Throw some hearts in the chat if you love this. Let me know. What do you guys think? Is this beautiful or it's not beautiful? And I have maybe I should just show some of my jewelry. I have like so many different kinds of other chainmail jewelry that I make. I'm gonna turn this around and put this down a little bit. So this is a what we call the Byzantine diamond. Um, Thank you, Autumn and Debbie. This is called the Byzantine diamond. It's made using the Byzantine basic weave. This is super pretty. And then, so this is another variation of the 2x2 chain. This is one of the simplest kind of form of chainmail that you could ever make. It's called the 2x2 link. Actually, the simplest would be one on one, which would be weaving one ring into another, one ring into another. But to do that, you might as well just buy a roller chain. And then I have things falling apart everywhere. And then we have the regular Byzantine, but there's nothing regular about this design with the coin pearl um in an earring. There's absolutely nothing regular. But this is like your classic basic Byzantine right there. And all of these I have in the store. I'm happy to run them at a 20% discount today. This is another 2 by 2 in Goldfield and Pearl with gold studs. And I made also in a bracelet in Goldfield. Yes, if you guys are interested, hit Debbie up. She runs this train monthly. It's a monthly train. This is my first time. No, actually, this is my second time, I believe, on the. No, my first time on the Atelier train. I think Debbie, you probably used to do another train. Unless I'm mixing it up with someone else. But I think this is my first time on the Atelier demo train, and I'm so happy that Debbie was able to squeeze me in. I was able to get on. And today we demoed this beautiful earring. I will finish off the pair in another at another stream. No, this is the only one I sponsor. Okay, I'm probably oh yeah, I'm mixing it up with Sunflower Acres. Yes, this is my first time on the Atelier. I'm so scared to do a demo. I can co-host, but hopefully I'm hoping I can, I'll be able to do it with you. I can do it with you, Debbie, Lumi, Ray, just to get you started. When you we walk up the courage, I can help you. I can co-host with you. And this is another. This is not in the store. This is also a Byzantine, but it's a half Byzantine. Yes, and this is very chill. This is like super chill. You don't need well, look at me. I overthink everything. It's already established that I'm an overthinker. I know how much I stressed before I I came on live because I was dealing with my daughter, and thankfully my husband, he's working from home, so he kind of understood and helped me with her. But she was like super frustrating me this morning. I was freaking out, thinking I wasn't able to make the train today, but he was so kind as to I think he had some downtime, so he took her and he put her in. I'm so glad, Ray. You guys have no idea. I am like fangirling over these earrings. I'm like so in love. I can't stop looking at them. We have 9 minutes. I'll do another quick giveaway to say thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I appreciate you all just being here. And we have 9 more minutes before we can go raid some gemstones. Huh. Maybe one gemstone in the middle right here. I did think about it. Just put a, let's see. So this is like a lapis lazuli. Put like a 8 millimeter lapis lazuli in there. Because this is a 10 and it's not sticking in. So kind of like string in a 8 millimeter. Oh my god, do you guys see it? Do you guys see it? Oh my gosh. Enter the giveaway, guys. Yes, Debbie, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love. I'm gonna do two versions. I'll finish this off and then I'll make another one with a gemstone in the middle. Yes, with a gemstone in the middle, that would be absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna make two variations, one without and one with a gemstone in the middle. Oh, this is so pretty. Thank you, Ray, for that suggestion. That was an amazing suggestion. I'm gonna do it. So how is everyone feeling? We have 7 minutes before we wait, and I don't know what to do with myself right now. How is everyone feeling? How are you guys doing? I'm just gonna close out some rings while we wait. Getting the giveaway, guys. So we're gonna be rating Zebra Industries after in 6 minutes, and maybe I should just run some jewelry. How about that? The tutorial for this demo is currently running. If anyone is interested in that, it's $2. It will send like a QR code where you can scan to download the tutorial. Um, Otherwise, I'll just do some quick flash sales while we're here. I'll run these for 20% off, and that will be for these earrings. So once this, what I usually do is I make a bunch, and then we're happy to have it. No, this is the only one I sponsor. Okay, I think I'm caught up with chat. I think so. I don't know. Let's see. Show us your favorites. Oh, my favorite pair of earrings. Okay. So that would be. This is one of the newest designs that I have. Actually, let me go back. So this is my current favorite right now. I absolutely love this, and this I made this while I was commissioned to do a Peru for someone, and I just fell in love with working with pearls, and this just popped in my head. I don't know, I really don't know how that happened, and I'm like so in love with this right now. um but yeah, it's made in Goldfield, and I also have it in sterling silver. Where did I put the sterling silver one? I think I dropped it. I don't know where it is. It was right here. But yeah, I also have it in sterling silver. I cannot see it. It's not like visible to me right now. But I can run this for a flash sale of 20% off today. Um, I don't know how long did I put that for? 30 seconds. Okay. And then my next favorite will be so while that's running, my next favorite will be these ones. I just like, how simple but yet, a little bit complicated this looks. These are called the Byzantine diamonds. These are my next favorite. I mean, I love everything that I make, but I like these ones a lot. And I have this in the store. Let me see. Oh, I know another one. Chris, congrats. And you're in for a sticker. Which one would you like? Um, so it's one of these stickers. You get to choose which one you want me to send to you. So I have put your positive pants on. Kindness is free. Hey, you're great. Um, Relax, we're all crazy, and then be you to the full. So you get to pick which one you like. Oh, I won. Thank you. Yes, you did. In 3 minutes, we're going to rate. So in a couple minutes, we're going to go rate. So you need to pick. I should surprise you. Okay. I think everyone knows the one I'm going to send. So that's flash sale is currently running for this one. Um, Flash sale is running for this one. Do stay on the train, guys. So many more amazing creatives coming up. She's live. Okay. I can go raid early. Is that okay? To go raid early? Or just raid right on time? All right, that's running. And I also like this one a lot. I also like this one. This is also a Japanese weave, but it's a variation because this is more like a five in one. Yes, and this is with tourmaline, pink tourmaline in like one of the rarest form, rawest. It's like raw tourmaline, but then it's faceted, and then you have like a pearl dangling off of it with air studs. Um, this is in the store, I believe, for 48. And if I do a flash sale of 20, that gets it down to 38. And after this runs, I will go rate. So I'm going to set up the rate to Zebra Industries. Create a rate to Zebra Industries. Select. All right, we're ready to go rate her. Thank you guys for looking, and thank you all for hanging out. I truly appreciate every single one of you. You guys have been amazing. Stay on the train, please, and let's throw some hearts and for Zebra as we go see her. Thank you so much. Let's go. All right, ready to go. Why are we not going? What's happening? What are rates guarded? Okay, what's going on? Why is it not letting me do it? All right, create a rate. Select and rate now. Okay, I missed the button. There we go. Oh, thank you so much for that purchase. I appreciate you. Let's go. Bye. Thank you guys.